Hey there folks, it's Scott once again and welcome to another video. This time it's my post-game video of my Dallas Cowboys versus the Miami Dolphins, a victory 31-6. And let me tell you something, this victory was definitely not an easy one. Miami definitely came to play for sure. Definitely in that first half. Second half was a different story. We made adjustments and as a result we won and Miami couldn't do shit in the second half. But I will say this, like I said before, it's any given Sunday, any team's going to be playing for something. They were definitely playing for something. I mean, that offense in that first half was actually killing us. Where to begin? Luckily, they get the ball first, but the series, Dolphins had completed some pretty good passes on Chidobe Awuzie, and he definitely did not have a good game. But luckily, they were only able to. They tried to kick a field goal, but luckily they missed it. We were able to take advantage of it, and Dak hits Cooper a couple of times and some good passes. But unfortunately, in the red zone, we come up short, kick a field goal. We're up 3-0. Thankfully, the next drive, defense stops the Dolphins' offense. We get the ball. We go for a pretty good drive. Dak throws a touchdown to Cooper, and I believe the next series, of course, Dolphins offense starts to heat up, but I think they only kick a field goal, and then we get the ball, and then all of a sudden, after we got a first down after this one series, Dak has plenty of time, but he makes a really stupid and unbelievable bad mistake. He throws a pick to, I believe, McCain. He picks it off. Thankfully, our defense holds and stops Rosen, but honestly, it looked like on that third down attempt, one of the guys didn't really catch it. So, yeah. But thankfully, we were able to at least hold them. So it's 10-3. Dak makes a really stupid mistake. The offense sputters a bit, and I think the next offensive series, Miami goes down again. They get a field goal. It's 10-6. Offense looks regresses. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah. Then all of a sudden, the Dolphins start to come alive. They go further. They hit some passes. We almost nearly have a sack. I think Quinn came close, but I think he missed them. So did, I think it was either Hyder or Covington. One of those two. They didn't get to him. And Rosen's able to make that throw. They're starting to gash us, but then somehow their running back, his last name's Drake. It's Keenan Drake. Sorry, let me look at this here. Yeah, Keenan Drake. He fumbles. We recover. The next three series, we actually run with Zeke, and we actually get first downs, but we don't have very much time. Dak tries to hit on a couple passes, incomplete. Thankfully, we get the ball to start the second quarter. We get one great play where it goes for a touchdown, but it's called back because of one penalty on us. But luckily, they had a face mask penalty, so they offset. But then Dak hits Amari on a pass. He hits Cobb on a pass. I think Zeke had a run or two. I don't remember. I know Pollard came in for a few series, and Pollard had a good game, and so did Zeke. And then eventually, Dak throws a touchdown to yet again Amari Cooper. And this sparks us up. We start to get momentum on our defense. I believe Quinn gets his sack finally after being out for quite some time. And I think we hold him. And eventually Dallas drives down another score, I believe. Either that or I don't remember. But we come away with a couple more touchdowns in the second half. One was our touchdown run by Dak. And eventually Pollard got his touchdown run, his very first. And believe it or not, the rushing is what really helped us in this game. Dak was okay in the second half. He definitely did much better. I think he missed a couple passes, but it was definitely better than the first half. In fact, he was like 9 out of 20 in the first half. But thankfully, he was able to put it together. He was able to get composed and settle down, and he was able to hit on those passes, and we won. And then our rushing attack finally came alive, like it should have. And overall, Dak did decent. He was 19 of 32, so I'm thinking that's at least in the lower 60% completion percentage. But then again, like I said, Gallup was not in this game, and It could have been better, but it certainly could have been worse. And while the defense did a much better job in the second half, in fact, I think in all honesty, a majority of Rosen's passing yards were in the first half. He had like 167, and by the third quarter, he only had maybe like 34. But I forgot about someone. Eventually, when Rosen got injured a bit, dinged up, Fitzpatrick came in, and I think we actually missed an opportunity to sack him. So he was actually 2 for 2, actually, for 29 yards. But luckily, Rosen came back in and didn't seem to do as well as he should have. But he's not very good. In the end, Rosen was like 18 of 39. He basically had like a 46% completion percentage, so it wasn't good. Overall, the defense did much better in the second half, but still, I like to see some turnovers. And while we got one, I like to see some picks. I like to see some game-changing interceptions, a nose for the football. And I think Donovan Wilson needs to at least be given an opportunity to start. And we need to see what we have there. Because like I said, Chidobe Awuzie did not have a very good game. He seemed to do a little better in the second half. He almost actually had a pick, but it was out of bounds. But we need to do better on defense overall because the Dolphins were not very good. Because in the first 2 games, they only scored a total of 10 points, and that was in the first one. They were completely shut out in the next game against New England at home. So yeah, the defense really needs to clean it up. And the penalties, we had over 100 yards in penalties. We were lucky that we even came away with 31 points. Because in all fairness, apparently when we were driving for another go-ahead score, Schultz had a penalty which they really didn't show, and it basically became a third down, and we weren't able to complete it, and Maher missed the field goal. However, thankfully, the defense was able to hold on, and when they tried to go for the second fourth down conversion, they were unable to convert. We were able to do our thing. We were able to rush with Pollard, and he got that touchdown run. So, yes, our rushing attack is definitely the heart and soul of this defense. So I think we're getting our rushing groove back. That's what I like best. We were getting our rushing down to a T, you name it. It was great to see that. And overall, better second effort on the defense. But we definitely need some playmakers in this defense. I mean, Lawrence and Quinn are good, but we need some beef in that middle. We need someone that has the ability. And while Malik Collins got like half a sack from what I've read, we need someone in the middle to really step it up. And I believe we need some better safety play. And while Thompson actually didn't do too bad of a job, he was able to do a fairly okay. I didn't really see his name. Well, other than that, the only thing, I don't think he really even did a bad. In fact, he stopped a running play. In fact, he stopped it from going further. I don't know if it was on that very drive that the Dolphins running back fumbled. I don't know. But any way you slice it, a much better second half. And this was a game that we definitely should have dominated. But at least in the second half, we showed that we can adjust and improve. We contained the Dolphins' offense like we should have. And so, yeah. We did what we should have done. We beat a not-so-good team. And they were giving us fits, but luckily in the second half, we came out with the win, and that's all that matters. That's why you can never underestimate an 0-2 team that's very desperate for a win. Because you never know. They will definitely, if you let them punch you in the mouth enough, you are going to falter. There's no question about that. No question about that at all. But yeah, Dak did well. We definitely need to clean it up on the offense and the penalties, and the defense needs to step it up and also wrap around better on the quarterback because we had at least 1 or 2 sacks. We would have had at least 5 of them. Luckily, we came out with 3 in the second half. But still, we need to do better against the good teams like the Packers and possibly the Saints. That's the next game we're going to face, and they're going to be on the road. They may not have Drew Brees, but Bridgewater probably is a little bit better than Rosen. Then of course we'll face Rodgers at home. So hopefully we might see some better adjustments on the defense and maybe some different players because I like to see Wilson step it in. I mean, what can it hurt? If the guy has a nose for the football, put him at strong safety, put Heath at single high free safety, which is his better position. And hopefully one of the Woods players come back, since they supposedly said that Xavier Woods' injury wasn't all that bad, but still, we need some better. We need a better effort on the defense because it definitely didn't turn out the way I hoped it would. At least not from what I saw in the preseason. And I was going to try to show you my football, but I don't have it around here, so... Oh well. But yep, I'm very glad we came up with the win. Game balls are definitely towards the running backs, especially Zeke and Pollard. And maybe Dak, since he threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for 1, so he did well. But come on, Dak, don't make any more stupid throws like that. I don't want to see that bullshit. Don't want to see that. Just run it. You're a running quarterback. Show him that you were that dual threat that you can be. And also Kelmore, credit to him. He definitely made those second half adjustments. We did well. So, very glad we won. So, yeah. How about them Cowboys, baby? We won. And be on the lookout for my movie reviews that hopefully I will do today, now that I'm energized. I'm going to start with this one first, Roadhouse, the quintessential classic 80s movie. And then next up will be a very underrated Michael Douglas film, Black Rain. So be on the lookout for those. And I will see you in the next video, and go Cowboys! Woo! Let's get that 4th W, baby. So, yeah. Later.